Hello. Before we start today's episode, if you would like a condensed version of what I'm talking about in this podcast, go ahead and subscribe to the Perfectionist Guide. You can read the entire thing in 3 minutes or less. To access this, go to CourtneyLoveGavin.com/newsletter. Are you a bit of a perfectionist? Type A, hyper performer? Then you know that having the audacity to see an ideal and bring it into reality while breaking generational habits of hustle can be tough, but it doesn't have to be. If you are ready to burn bright instead of burning out, to lead without losing yourself, and to enjoy the life you have worked so hard to create, then keep listening. I'm your host, America's leader on Rewiring Perfectionism, CLG, and this is Perfectionism Rewired, the podcast. Welcome to Perfectionism Rewired. Today's episode, we are covering the 2 most fatal flaws of perfectionism: feeling like nothing is ever good enough and being unable to maintain the results that you have achieved, burning out, quiet quitting. Those 2 things, getting to the accomplishment and feeling way worse than before you achieved the thing. And number 2, being unable to maintain when you feel like you're 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You'll work so hard to get something, but then you think like, oh, this just isn't worth it. We're going to go over the 2 most fatal flaws of perfectionism. I'm going to reveal what causes them and the only 2 questions that you need to ask yourself so that you never fall into these fatal perfectionism traps ever again. These lessons that I'm sharing with you have been hard earned and probably cost me monetarily $2 million total. If you only listen to 1 episode, listen to this episode on repeat. So the first fatal flaw is the ultimate trickery of achievement, where we've all been duped. And that is, you get the thing that you have wanted for your entire life: being married, having a child, owning your own home, traveling to Nepal. You get the thing, but you never feel the satisfaction. The reason why that happens is because your whole motivation is from a feeling of not enoughness. So then what happens is that your subconscious will automatically point and find something else that you don't have enough of. It is one of the most baffling findings in research on perfectionism. Even when a perfectionist gets the thing that they want, even when the perfect scenario happens, not only are you not happy, but you become more unhappy. And the reason for that is because there is no substitute for your own presence within yourself and your own self-satisfaction. The experience of achieving forces us to realize that. You believe that you will feel good when you get the thing, but then you get the thing and you still feel terrible. In fact, you feel even worse because you're like, I don't know how this happened. And what I wish I would have been told, and what I want all of you to know and share with your friends and family and your own communities, is that learning how to be happy is a skill. Being self-satisfied, like cultivating self-satisfaction, is a skill. And it's something that we weren't taught. No one taught us emotional agility. We were taught things control how we feel, and that we're not in control of how we feel. They are. What they haven't taught us about is that you got to learn how to have self-confidence. You got to learn how to build your self-esteem. Otherwise, what happens when it comes to self-esteem, when it comes to believing in yourself, when it comes to change, when it comes to growth, is that our outer shell changes, our circumstances change on the outside. We have not changed our internal thought process. We feel double shitty because not only did we get the thing, but also we're super disappointed because we realized that our whole approach was off. What was getting us through was that once I get this, I'm going to feel so much better. And then we get the thing and we feel worse. And that is why the best tool is for you to rewire your perfectionism. Because when you rewire your perfectionism, you shift your mindset. It makes you see something in a way that you cannot unsee it. We take the blinders that are on the sides of your face and we permanently remove them. So you have a much more broad perspective. When that happens, it automates all of your thoughts around achieving, around enoughness, as opposed to overcoming your perfectionism. The way that most people manage their perfectionism, it's really grueling. It's a massive hemorrhage of your energy. Every single thought at a time, you are trying to dismantle it. You're doing a fucking thought model on it. We have thousands and thousands of thoughts every day. It's not sustainable. And it could just be so much easier if you decide to rewire it permanently. That's why I'm all about neuroplasticity and learning how to leverage your perfectionism to work with you instead of trying to manage it and trying to control it. So if this episode resonated with you and you want to use the best tool, which is to rewire, then I invite you to come work with me at CourtneyLoveGavin.com/services. Right now, I am offering a Perfect Start introductory session, which is a one-time single session with me where you get to experience neuroplasticity and you get to see what it is like when you are asked very specific questions that are made to send a fresh flood of neurotransmitters in and open up new perspectives and to reveal your blind spots. The coolest part is that the investment of the single session you can apply to any future coaching you get with my company, Perfectionist Solutions. It's sort of like you're getting it for free. I will also put a link for the introductory session in the show notes, and I look forward to working with you. Next, we're going to get into flaw number 2, being unable to maintain the results that you have achieved. There are a lot of times where you might be able to finish doing something in 6 months and doing it in a year, taking a longer amount of time to accomplish it, feels like a major cost in the moment. It feels like a loss. But what happens when you hurry to complete, you're like, I just want to power through. I just want to get this done. You are either so burned out, you can't actually enjoy it, or it's built to fail because the maintenance wasn't accounted for when you chose that instant gratification of let's get this done as fast as possible. Maintenance is a major stage of change and growth that's overlooked. What I see way too often with perfectionists is you have created this awesome business, or you have secured this clutch position. You have this beautiful garden. It took all of your energy, and you need even more energy in order to maintain it, in order to keep it up. It's just like buying a car, using all of your money for the down payment and not factoring in gas, insurance, future car payments. If you don't know how to manage your energy and to leverage your perfectionism, you're going to build something and it's going to be built to fail. It's not going to be built for a lifetime. The only way that you can build something that's going to last and that you can have growth that you're going to be able to maintain and sustain is you operating from a place of quality. If you're getting things done in a way that is burning you out, is diminishing the quality of your life, and that you're not going to be able to enjoy what you're building or to build on top of it. So if you can't enjoy it, you can't maintain it, and you can't build on top of it, what's the point? Okay. 2 questions that you want to ask yourself to guide you so that you do not experience these fatal flaws. These are 2 questions you can use to check yourself before you wreck yourself. 1, how is your perfectionism showing up? And 2, why is your perfectionism showing up? Is your perfectionism showing up in a way that feels energizing to you? Overall, you feel like you are growing, you're learning, you feel energized, you feel inspired, you feel increasingly curious, and what it is that you're doing, it is giving you energy instead of draining you of energy. Some of my clients aren't the typical type A perfectionists. They fall more into the category of avoiding things, procrastinating. They've been working on their book or their screenplay for like 10 plus years. And with that, your perfectionism might not show up as striving, but you want to ask yourself, how is your perfectionism showing up? Is it showing up in avoidance? Is it showing up in a way where you are hiding? Is it showing up in a way where you are shrinking yourself? Because that is also something you don't want to maintain. I'm 6 feet tall. It would be like me choosing to live in a house with 5-foot ceilings. I could do that, but oh, my back. I'd be like in Hobbit Town. It would not be an energizing experience. You want to recalibrate if it doesn't feel energizing. If you're not growing, you're not learning, you don't feel inspired, you don't feel increasingly curious. It's okay for it to feel uncomfortable. I think it's actually a good thing. Most of us as perfectionists are really comfortable with feeling miserable or feeling apathetic or feeling like a grind or feeling like a martyr. Like we're much more comfortable with all those things. So maybe it does feel uncomfortable. Maybe it feels risky. That's okay. Those are good. That doesn't mean that your perfectionism is unhealthy. It just means that you're figuring it out. And the second question, why is your perfectionism showing up? Is it because you think that getting external validation is going to make you complete and whole in some way? Why is this flavor of perfectionism showing up? Like if you notice that you're people pleasing, for example, is it because you want to be more loved? Do you want to feel more beautiful? Do you want to feel more worthy? Do you want to be able to relax? Or are you doing this because you love the process? And most importantly, is it something that reflects your values? Not the values that you were taught, not the values that your parents have, but your values and your desires. A lot of times my clients discover through coaching is these things that they are striving for, they don't actually want. When you think that whatever you are striving for is going to certify your belonging or it's going to make you feel that you have enough. Like once I get to my goal weight, once I live in this neighborhood, once I cross the $1 million mark, once I get married, once I have kids, anything that you do to fit in or to gain approval, you are going to be experiencing the fatal flaw of perfectionism. You're going to be disappointed. It's not going to feel like enough, and you're going to continue to be on this hamster wheel from hell. If you're ever thinking to yourself, after I get this, then I can give myself permission to be that or to feel that. Like once I get my kids into this school, then I'll be a good parent. Once I lose 10 pounds, then I'll be deserving of a vacation. Once my husband is happy with me, then I will be worthy of love. If there's a contract there, that's unhealthy perfectionism. If your why answer is an answer other than because it makes me feel alive, because that's what I want to do, that's what I desire, that's in line with my values, then it's unhealthy. When you are a rewired perfectionist, you can just ask yourself, are my intentions being honored? Unhealthy perfectionism, you ask yourself, are my goals being met? Those are 2 very, very different questions. It's why inside either the accelerator or perfectionism optimized, we look at your intentions. Yes, we track things like goals, but it's way more important that your intentions are being honored because you can be achieving the thing and feel like shit, and that is not sustainable.